I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
From the director of Best of the Best and Best of the Best 2, Showdown. There's a place in this town where kids learn the wrong things. A place where they keep a vicious secret. A place controlled by people who profit from pain. It's a town where the kids provide the thrill of blood money. When you're a new kid in this town, you better make your first shot your best shot, because you may not get another.
Hi there, Kenneth.
Around here, you learn the rules fast.
The blonde, Julie, just forget about it. She's trouble. What? Her boyfriend is Godzilla.
Who's this guy think he is?
Hey, sure.
You're messing with my woman.
And leave the boy alone.
If you fail again, you will be lucky if I decide to let you live.
You ain't replacing nobody, kitty boy. You got that? You gotta learn to protect yourself, and I'm gonna teach you.
Tell me more about this man.
I got this problem, and I don't know what to do about it.
What you did to Ken was terrible.
He broke the rules, so he pays the price.
Punk. When the rules are wrong, it's time to change them.
You should be proud you know how to fight. It's why these kids pay their way through college like this.
They're hurting kids to make money, and that's not right.
This is the man you took pictures of before.
Yeah.
Kill him. In the school.
Now, there's no turning back. Now, the stakes can go no higher.
Don't you ever touch her again.
Now, this town's vicious secret is exposed. When the rule is might makes right, there's only one thing to do. Get ready for a showdown.
Hi there, this is Matt once again, reviewing Showdown. Film that once again I got from a good guy on here, John, the Flying Ninja 1, sent me this film Showdown, which I just got done watching, and I can say I like the film. I wouldn't say I love the film, but I like the film. I think if you're a fan of films like The Karate Kid Part 2, you'll like this film. I do think this film's a lot better than stuff like Never Back Down or Fighting, which I was not a fan of those. If you are, that's your opinion, but I like Showdown much better than Fighting and Never Back Down. It's a hell of a lot better than like The Karate Kid Part 3 and The Next Karate Kid. And I know someone else wanted me to review Billy Blank's films, and again, if that person's watching, I did review TC 2000 or 3000, which I wasn't a fan of. I'm sure that review's still up, but here's another Billy Blank's, which I think is probably one of Billy Blank's, a lot of people say it's one of his best films and one of his more well-known films, Billy Blank's. Of course, the man behind Tybo. And he does a nice job here. It's directed by Robert Radler. If that name sounds familiar, he's the same guy who directed Best of the Best 1 and 2. And You know, I could say Best of Best 1 and 2 is better than this film, but Showdown, I think he did this right after Best of the Best 2, so not a bad job. The director went on to do episodes of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, actually. He directed some of those. The Substitute 3, which I liked. Oh, and 4. He did 3 and 4, which I liked, because I thought Treat Williams was good in those. And for those wondering, the film was written by... It's weird. This is the same guy who would go on to write an adaptation for See Spot Run. That's the David Arquette film with the dog and stuff. So, and someone called Replicate with Ali Landry. I don't know who the hell that is. Wow. But anyway, the film stars this guy, Kenn Scott, as Ken, who, the plot is very much like the Karate Kid. You have a new kid moving to a new school because of his mom finding work. That is the same as the Karate Kid. A new school, new kid, new school. His mom wanted some work, and he sees this pretty girl, likes her, but of course she's dating the kid who, sort of the William Zabka wannabe kid, who of course is part of this group that are being trained by this sadistic sensei in this movie, played by Patrick Kilpatrick, who I always remember him the most from the Sandman and Death Warrant. You know, that Van Damme kicked his ass right into the furnace. And he's getting beaten up, you know, meets this kid who's kind of the goofy comic relief sidekick type of character. And who helps him out is, instead of a handyman like the Karate Kid, it's a janitor, played by Billy Blanks. And you get a little bit of backstory, like at the beginning, you have Billy Blanks, he was a police officer with his partner, and they went at this party, there was some trouble brewing with Patrick Kilpatrick and his brother. And Billy Blanks stopped it. Patrick Kilpatrick's brother tried to get Billy Blanks' gun, and Billy Blanks fought him off and threw him to the ground. The guy hit his head and died. And Patrick Kilpatrick sort of got arrested. And Billy Blanks quit the force because he didn't want to deal with that anymore. He couldn't deal with it. Which, in all honesty, it wasn't Billy Blanks' fault. I mean, the guy tried to take your gun, and it was self-defense. I mean, it's not like you killed him on purpose either. I mean, the guy was trying to take your gun to shoot you. I mean, but, you know, it's a man of principle. That's Billy Blanks' character of Billy. So, Billy Blanks' character is Billy, and Kenn Scott's character is Ken. So, Billy plays Billy and Ken plays Ken. Wow. They didn't really stretch with the names. Wow, I didn't realize that till now. But it's still an enjoyable film because the lead kid, Kenn Scott, he does a good job. He's never an asshole. He's never annoying or cocky. I think he does the right things. He tries to do the right thing. He tries to do... it's not like he does stuff. It's like, oh, you stupid idiot. Why'd you do that? He's a very reasonable character. He's a very likable character, and I liked him. I thought he did a fine job in the flick. I want to check something real quick. Actually, Kenn Scott would play in the suit of Raphael and Ninja Turtles 2. Not the voice, but at least I don't think the voice. I want to make sure again who's the voice. Yeah, not the voice. That's Laurie Fossil, but he was in the suit of Raphael in Ninja Turtles 2. And he was in Ninja Turtles 1 as a foot soldier. Oh, he was actually in Shoot Fighter as Eddie. I don't remember which one he was in Shoot Fighter. Not sure which one was Eddie. Huh, he was in Shoot Fighter. Must have been one of the smaller roles. Can't remember which one that was. I just reviewed Shoot Fire, so he was in that. But that's cool. The lead guy here was in the suit of Raphael and Ninja Turtles too. And it shows because he can definitely do some good martial arts, especially at the end of the film. But I mean, that's pretty much the plot. I mean, the kids getting picked on. Billy Blanks is a janitor, starts teaching them stuff. And they do cop to the fact that it's similar to Karate Kid because Billy Blanks is making him clean toilets. And he's like, oh yeah, this is like wax on, wax off like. And Billy Blanks is like, no, this is you cleaning the toilets. And when you do that, you don't clean the urinals. Lesson in humility. See ya. I thought that was pretty funny. But, you know, the guy gets stronger and can defend himself. Then you have this little bit of business that Patrick Kilpatrick is training these kids and for them to fight for money. And Billy Blaze is like, you're using these kids to make money. That's not right. And you have this chick who likes the William Zabka wannabe. Maybe doesn't like him, but like, I really wasn't sure what her role was, but she tries to tempt the lead kid to join on the circuit, but he doesn't. That's one thing I like. The lead kid wasn't acting like a moron or cocky or like an imbecile. It seemed like he seemed like reasonable in his choices, and I thought the actor was decent enough, and basically leading to an ending where, getting to the third act, Patrick Kilpatrick realizes who Billy Blanks is, sends some guys to kill him, but Billy Blanks fucks him up, some good choreography. Then Billy Blanks disappears, and the lead kid, Ken, is wondering where he's at, but he has to now fight the William Zabka wannabe at this fight, which leads to the end of the movie, and it's a pretty good fight. Good choreography. I like the music. It's a feel-good movie. I mean, it's one of those movies that at the end of the day, like, hey, you know, makes you feel a little bit good, and yeah, maybe it's a little bit cheesy and corny and stuff. Takes a lot of inspiration from the Karate Kid, but still, at the end of the day, if you like the Karate Kid, I think you'll like Showdown. Billy Blanks, he's never been the best actor in the world. I know that may seem like, whoa, no shit, but even like compare like Van Damme and Jeff Speakman and Martha Cosgrove, Billy Blanks is a little bit lesser on the acting front. It's weird. You got Brion James, who's no longer with it. Brion James, a great character actor. He's in like a small role as a vice principal, and he doesn't really have much to do. So it's kind of weird. It's like, oh, I know that guy, Brion James, but he doesn't really have much to do, which is weird. But, you know, Patrick Kilpatrick, you know, goes over the top at times as the bad guy as well. But so did Martin Cove in The Karate Kid, so there you go. Billy Blanks then has a good fight with Patrick Kilpatrick at the end. Billy Blanks kicks his ass. Oh yeah, Jeff Amata. That's the guy who was working with John Carpenter in Big Trouble in Little China. He was the stunt coordinator. Jeff Amata, definitely a guy. If you've seen enough action films and you know behind the scenes stuff, Jeff Amata is a name you've heard quite a bit. For those wondering, I'm trying to find the guy who did the score because I thought the score was decent. Music editor and score mixer. Okay. Oh, original music by Stephen Edwards. I thought he did a decent job with the score for this film. Let's see. He's done a lot of movies. Wow. He has done a lot of movies. Fist of Legend? Really? Project Shadow Chaser 3, Bloodsport 2, Bloodsport 3, Point Blank, The Patriot with Steven Seagal, K911, Bridge of Dragons. This is going to Bridge of Dragons, okay. Substitute 4, U.S. SEALs 2, Hellraiser Hellseeker, Raging Sharks, Today You Die, Mercenary for Justice, Undisputed 2, Feast 2, Feast 3, Ninja. Done a lot of direct contact in a lot of stores, the films. Huh. Okay then. But decent enough store. And I don't really know how long this review will be because it's, what more can I say? It's pretty much the Karate Kid, except, you know, little other changes. But again, the lead kid did a decent enough job. His character was likable enough. You felt sorry for the kid. Billy Blaines was okay. Yeah, a couple good fights with Billy Blaines. He doesn't star in the film, so he's not in tons of scenes, but he's in there enough. Some good fights at the end when Kenn Scott beats up the William Zabka wannabe. I keep calling that because, you know, the guy didn't do anything for me. Just like, okay, William Zabka is much better than this guy. But I don't know what more I can say about the film. It's really not much to it other than it's like the Karate Kid, but Billy Blaines and this guy, Kenn Scott. The girl that he falls in love with is Christine Taylor. That's the actress's name. Who... This girl looks familiar. Christine Taylor. Who was in Showdown. She was on the TV show Hey Dude. Night of the Demons 2. Oh, she was Marsha Brady in the Brady Bunch movie. That's how she looked familiar. Yeah, in both the Brady Bunch movie and a Very Brady sequel, she played Marsha. Marsha. I knew she looked familiar. Oh, she was in The Wedding Singer as well. Okay, I knew she looked familiar. She was in Zoolander. She was in Tropic Thunder. Oh, and the Simple Jet clip. Okay, yeah, I remember that. I thought she looked familiar. I'm like, oh, okay. But it's a feel-good movie. I mean, if I can speak right, in the tradition of Karate Kid 2, which I really like those two, if you like those kind of films, you like those kind of stories, this is a good one to watch. If you're a big fan of Billy Blaines and you've never seen it, check it out. Decent acting. Story isn't original. You've seen the story done before, but, you know, at the end, you have a feel-good feeling. Satisfying ending. Again, maybe a little cheesy, corny, but it works. Very capable film. You know, not a bad film at all. But, you know, granted, I like Karate Kid 1 and 2, Best of Best 1 and 2, and even 3 better, but not a bad movie. Yeah, I could definitely say I like this more than TC2000 or 3000. I forget that name already. TC3000. I already forgot the name of that movie. But I like this better than that. Is it better than Shoot Fighter? No, I would say I like Shoot Fighter with Bully on what I review better than this. But not a bad film. If you like action films, you like Karate Kid type flicks, check out Showdown. But either way, thanks for watching and take care. Later.